I'd like to call the Germantown School District Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting to order here at the district office at 5:01 p.m. on October 7th. Roll call. Village Trustee Borst.
Here.
Loth.
Here.
Voyer.
Here.
And I am here. Item number 3, agenda revisions and approval. I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Voyer, second by Borst. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, approval of the September 16th, 2025 meeting minutes. I'll be looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the September 16th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion by Voyer, second by Loth regarding the approval of the September 16th, 2025 meeting minutes. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, reports and updates. Letter A, work order completion report. Mr. Lord.
Yes, so this is the Buildings and Grounds Department utilizes Dude Solutions to generate, schedule, and track all forms of recordable maintenance throughout the district. The B&G staff have generated a report to overview the recently closed work orders district-wide. This report provides the description, priority level, location, days aged, request date, which is the date submitted, and the completion date of the work orders completed between 9/1 and 9/30. The general overview for this month is 173 completed work orders within the month of September. 3 work orders had completion dates after 45 days. The priority ratio was 171 medium to 2 high. I do want to highlight the 3 work orders that were beyond the 45 days. Those were actually work orders that were completed but not closed out by a previous maintenance team member that is no longer with us. So once we did a little bit of digging, I went back and had a couple guys confirm that everything was taken care of. So
This item is information only, so does the committee have any questions? Mr. Loth.
Yeah, I'm curious what a fire sprinkler cover is. I think it might have been in the PAC. I'm not familiar with
yeah,
covers.
some of them, depending on their height and where they're at, they're just the sprinkler head cover. They're almost like a gate that you put over you see on
In a gym.
gyms and things of that nature over other fire
So
devices.
they don't get hit by stuff?
Right.
Okay.
So it might just be a lower one. I don't know exactly, but my guess is it's probably something. similar.
Where was that, Mr. Lowe, on the report?
It's on
Which page?
Page 5.
Thank you.
Just curious about it. And is medium the standard, is that the default?
Yes.
Because they're all at medium.
Yeah.
Mostly.
It is the default unless they change it to something
Yeah.
softer. Some do end up going above and some opt out for not even medium. So
I didn't write a note, but at the bottom of page 5 is a sealant around the cover of the chemical neutralization tank, and that was listed as a ASAP, yet says medium for,
yeah.
so.
And we do get that. I have tried to prompt the majority of the staff to utilize that because it does come out versus flashing and not flashing. And it will follow up with a prompt a reminder to the technician or whomever that it's sent to, just to ensure that they get it.
Okay.
Yeah, priorities are always a battle sometimes because obviously, depending on what the situation is, and I'm generalizing here, sometimes it feels like it's a high priority, but if it's done within a day or two,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be okay. But
Yep.
I did have, so the 2 reds, so high priority, emergency, whatever, one of them was taken care of within, it looks like within a day. The other one that's listed as several ceiling tiles need replacing in the room that was at the high school. Don't know exactly which room was identified as high. And it did take 21 days to accomplish or complete. Do we have an idea of, did we need to order the ceiling tiles? What was even though it was listed as emergency?
Yeah, I
why
think
did
this
it
was
take-
something that was labeled as an emergency, but was not necessarily an emergency, as far as missing ceiling tiles or ceiling tiles that were vulnerable to falling in that case, which in this case maybe then turned into a medium, and it just was not updated as far as the system goes, if that makes sense. Again, some people's emergencies do, you get emergencies, and if I don't personally go in and change it back to a medium after, paper towel laying on the floor in the boys' restroom or something. But that can only be changed prior to them being completed, so.
Okay.
I have a question, Frank.
Yep.
So I know this is a medium, and it's more or less a time thing, because I hear about snaking drains in my house all the time living with women. So 230 days to snake a drain for a urinal. Was it parts? Was it, because it seems like an easy one to fix to go.
No, that is one that was taken care of, that was not closed out.
Got it.
From
Okay.
a maintenance tech that's no longer with us.
Got it, okay.
Some of that is just housekeeping because it doesn't prompt
Got it.
me that they're, still open, so.
Got it. Thanks.
But yeah, that would've been, that's quick.
Is high above medium versus emergency, or what comes
Yes.
above medium? So
Yep.
It's like,
Medium, high, emergency.
okay.
Yep.
Mr. Barney?
Frank, there's two other items on here, like the one that Mr. Boyer pointed out, that you had highlighted in blue, 170 days and 180 days, both look to be water related. Are these also cases of the tickets got resolved but didn't get closed out, or why?
Oh.
If we've got a toilet that's leaking, I would think we'd want that fixed faster than 6 months.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that's what he mentioned.
Yeah, so
at the
these
start.
two were closed out on the same day. That was two of the previous maintenance techs work orders. But
Alright.
they were taken care of. These are ones that we definitely would have found out had they not been. But yeah, you had a little bit of a pattern of not closing out work orders
Thank you.
with that technician.
Any other yes, Mr. Lowe?
Just wondering on the bottle filling stations, the water filters, seems like there's an awful lot of those in here. Are they kind of expensive that we wouldn't just in summertime replace them all? Because it seems like, we're in we're in the second month of school being on, but it seems
Yep.
like an awful lot of filters were showing red.
Yeah, that's one, so they're rather pricey.
Okay.
And the recommendation is to use them to their full life because they
Okay.
are full 100% quality through the end of their lifespan. And just for that case, they do have the signals on them that pop
Mhm.
off. It's just much easier for us to keep up on them as they do go off.
All right.
But you do get, again, sometimes there's several at the same time, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're not used all summer, so they
Right.
don't
Yep.
pop, and then everyone comes
And then all of a
back, and then,
sudden,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, very good.
Any other questions? Okay. We'll move on to item 5B, 2025 Summer Project Recap. Mr. Lord.
Yes, as stated at the September Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting, I'd like to share the 2025 Summer Project Recap. The Summer Project Recap identifies all in-house projects completed as well as any contracted capital projects completed throughout the 2025 summer break. This list does not include the daily, weekly, monthly custodial or maintenance-related tasks, summer cleaning, and things that are just kind of your general annual run-throughs, which is another major time seeker, but for this purpose, it was not necessary.
Can you give us an idea of what are those major things as part of the summer cleaning? Obviously during the school year sweeping,
Yep.
those sorts of things, but what is part of the focus for the summer cleaning?
One of the big ones I would say is the lift, getting the lift in the field house, and we drop all of the backboards, dust all the mechanicals, the backboards themselves get cleaned and detailed because they really do accrue a lot of dust, fingerprints, and marks that you have no idea would come from on a basketball backboard. But that is, it takes a fair amount of time. We do close out the field house for a week from anything happening just to do that kind of detail cleaning. Usually it's ceiling tiles included, outside of like full swaps, refinishing floors.
Floor waxing,
Yep.
locker cleaning.
Locker cleaning, a lot of the kind of general but can't do during the school year type of cleaning task. And maintenance, a lot of just PM work. I mean, really, I know I have a couple listed that are bigger ones, but for the most part, it's really just going in nuts and bolts and trying to get all the preventatives done.
I mean, the reason why I ask is basically to highlight a lot of that kind of work that you mentioned, but also during our tours, we saw everything's removed from like basically every one of these classrooms. So I mean, it's not, even though it's not on this list, I still want to highlight it as
No,
the
definitely,
fact
yeah, I
that
appreciate that.
it's a
Yeah.
tremendous amount of work since basically every classroom is
Definitely.
you know, has attention to it. So.
Yeah, it does. I think for the most part, pretty much every classroom should be, everything gets removed and floors get deep cleaned,
Mhm.
extracted, or refinished, one of the two. So thank you.
Yes, Mr.
Do you
Roloff.
think, for all these summer projects, 1 or 2 photos would have been possible over the summer?
110%, in all honesty, full transparency, between the turnover of the last one and now, I just didn't have time to compile all of them, and I didn't want to short us on it, so I did want to mention that I will be bringing plenty of photos
So I
back.
think the lift in the field house sounds interesting.
And I do have that one
Showing
with all of them
someone
down.
cleaning
Yeah,
the place.
yeah,
And anything else that you might be able to think of?
definitely.
Any other questions, comments about the information presented in our summer project list? Okay. We'll move on. Item 6, unfinished business. There is none. Item number 7, new business. Letter A, Amy Bell overflow lot paving. Mr. Lord.
Yes, so per the 2025-26 capital projects list within the 5-year capital improvement plan, staff received a proposal to pave and stripe the overflow lot at Amy Bell Elementary. This project will include asphalt grade and pave of 13,583 square feet, fine grading existing stone base and adding aggregate if needed, constructing a 4-inch compacted hot mix asphalt pavement in 2 lifts, 2.5-inch binder course lift and 1.5-inch surface course lift. Layout and paint the pavement markings with Wisconsin DOT marking and ADA requirements. This project would tentatively be completed by the end of October.
Any questions?
I like the satellite photo, but we'll give you a 50% credit for it because it doesn't, the photo itself doesn't have a caption.
Sure,
You know.
sure, okay.
So remember, all photos must have captions.
Definitely.
I can send you a industrial controls report, you know, if you need something to go by.
No, I got-
And you'll see.
Typically I do. I thought I even had one on here, but I don't know if I covered it up with the picture or what happened there. It'd be rather elementary of me, but
I would just share this is a good investment. Monday, I was at Amy Bell at 10 a.m., and there was not a parking spot available in the general parking area, so I parked across the street. And when I left about 11:30, there were 2 other cars there as well. So
Across the street, yeah.
obviously, that lot's being used, so to pave it would be beneficial.
Yeah, I've seen it anywhere from full to empty,
Mhm.
because I drive by the school all the time. So, yeah, it's, are we gonna put a sign up? The Mike Loth, septic and parking lot?
I'm open for that.
Edition.
I'm open for that. I'll bring that to
I don't know if you want to
I'll
put
bring the
it-
sign for.
That's got to go to
It's-
finance committee.
You're gonna wordsmith that.
And then
one.
that's
Yeah.
not an item on tonight's agenda, so we're going to get back on
Picture and
track
a
here.
caption.
Mr. Ewert has a question.
The parking
Comment?
lot's on the agenda, what are you talking about?
Well, the dedication sign.
Okay.
We have policy on that too.
Work on the wording.
Okay, I just got a little ahead of myself.
So, if we're gonna put a dedicated parking lot over, which first off, fantastic. It's about time. Right? I'm sure the families that attend that conferences and different functional nights are. It's crazy to find parking, and it's even crazier when we watch people park on the sides of Willow Creek Road. It's I don't know who we'd have to talk to, or if we can do this. Crosswalk signage, pedestrian crossing signage, and or a dedicated crosswalk from that lot over to the school lot. Just because once you make it a dedicated lot, it's used a lot already, but I could see there being more from that standpoint. I'm sure the county would have to get involved if we wanted to put a crosswalk in, but at least signage.
Yeah, I think we would probably have to contact the county because we'd have, if we wanted a true crosswalk, we'd have to change the entrance to the current lot so that it aligned. You know what I'm saying? With a walking painted crosswalk. Because
Yeah,
the current entrance doesn't align with the entrance to the school.
I don't see that being an issue. I just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we
reach out
just,
to the county and see what.
talk
they-
to the
I'm
county.
sure there's a lot more to it than just, they'd have to paint it and all that. but
Correct,
if
the
we can
DOT
cover
would be
costs or
involved, yeah.
whatever. But at minimum signage,
Mhm.
of school crossing signs of some sort, can we do that on our own end?
well, we'll have to inquire on that.
So,
Yeah.
I would look into that, cause we're gonna,
School speed zone sign, right?
There is a crossing there now, but it's more for the nature center, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah,
Over
it's,
here,
it's
yeah.
way over, so I'm guessing nobody,
but they did that when that went in, so whatever that process was, I would just consider it for this.
For sure.
Other than that, fantastic.
Yeah. We'll connect on that.
Yep.
well, it might be putting the walk across in line with the front door
Yeah.
through the parking lot, not moving our entrance to the school.
No,
Or-
the lot across the street entrance would move over. You know what I'm saying? This. If that was open and we had a true crosswalk.
Yeah, you put it
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're saying the same thing differently, I
Yep.
think.
I would
So-
just look at it before it's signed.
There would,
Yeah, we'll contact the county and see if we can just do what we wanna do, or if there's a permit we have to pull.
well,
for that.
there's a ditch there, so there'd have to be a culvert
Yeah.
for a crosswalk there.
For drainage, yeah.
It's cold here, she could fill us in on what,
You're right, there's a ditch there. Yep. I've walked through it, so yeah.
We'll look into that and Frank can report back next month with what we found out.
Any other questions on this? Just for clarification purposes, there wasn't any sort of bid information and how many went out. Couldn't we explain that a little bit?
Oh, yes. So when this was brought to attention, well, a little bit more highlighted, I should say, after the walkthroughs, I had this on next year's 5-year. Yeah, it was 2 years out at the time. But because of the arise need and want, I just utilized the contractor that we were currently using for asphalt over the summer, just because we had that relationship, and they were basically they were just finishing up on all of our sites in order for me to contact them and get a number in order to turn around. And that was really to benefit, given that it is October, a turnaround before the frost.
Good. Thanks for that clarification.
Definitely.
Any other questions?
just on that note, so you didn't go through a bid process at all for it?
Not for this parking lot, no. I just utilized the contract that we just selected.
For other projects?
For
That
the
did
other
go through a
schools.
bid process?
Right, yeah, this was not part of my initial bid process with the other schools.
When we contracted them for those projects, have we had any issues?
No,
Their cost was, just refresh my memory, in line with the others, significantly less, somewhere in the middle, significantly more.
Is this
less.
who did County Line?
Yep, they were less on all of them. Not, I'm not gonna say by a blowout, but it was easy to read.
Okay.
And they had a really good reputation as well, so.
Thank you.
I'm just looking up because I think I know which meeting.
I'm saying Tracy. This was the lowest bid of the three when we did the County Line. That was the 5/20/24 meeting, all pro asphalt.
Yep. That was 24, I'm sorry. They did do County Line.
Yep.
We also Johnson's did the seal and stripe at County Line.
Okay.
This year. I apologize for that, because they were
Yeah.
over there this year. So it should be at the same.
Yeah, it looks, I could be mistaken, but I believe Johnson did Amy Bell Kennedy track, Northeast Lodge, not in Germantown, is what I have listed here, so.
Yeah.
And in those cases, Amy Bell, there was no bid, no other competing bid. Kennedy, they were total for the track in Northeast Lot, they were roughly 12,000 total less, and for Germantown High, approximately a little under $2,000 less than the competing bid. So. Other questions, comments? Yes.
Just on details on this, I apologize. Are they working, as far as the project goes, for a base? I mean, I see a 4-inch compact hot mix asphalt, but for the base of the lot, I know they did the track, but theoretically cars aren't supposed to park on the track, but someone should probably tell the people that. It hasn't held up, so I would hate to see a parking lot run through that same issue.
Definitely. Yeah, so this will be between the grading process. If they do need to add more material, if that's what you're asking for that region, they will definitely be doing
Yeah,
so.
what's the word I'm looking for? What do we call that? The under,
Under the.
Stone base.
Base,
like a
yeah.
base?
Like,
Like
Yeah, partial
what should that be?
Gravel, any
Gravel.
crushed aggregate that.
yeah,
I mean, we talk about it all the time when we do the other parking lots.
it's a gravel
And
foundation.
no, but when it comes up for resurfacing, tear out, resurface, they go, oh, we might have to add some, right?
Yeah, that would be this crushed aggregate of any sort, which they will add if it is needed. So they'll do a weight test on it, just to make sure that it can handle a certain amount of poundage per square footage, just in case we do need to add additional structure to the base.
Okay.
I think that's what.
Mhm.
I think the difference you're looking for is the track versus actual parking lot.
Well, no, this isn't a resurface project, right? So we're
Right.
saying we use them for resurfacing projects. This is a new construction project. So I guess my concerns are that due to convenience and timing, a bidding process didn't go out, so I wanna make sure the project was scoped correctly.
Oh,
And we're not gonna have regrets down the line that,
definitely. No,
concern.
so for Kennedy, the north lot that got pulverized and repaved, they did the stress test on that lot as well because it was in really rough shape and we wanted to be sure that it was built properly. And we did the same with the track, just as a safeguard for long-standing.
sure.
So that'll be the same process from a zero-based project, so to say.
What was outlined in the July 5th, I believe.
Yeah.
July 15th, Buildings and Grounds. That's what you just read from Tracy.
Yep, correct.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay. I'd open it up for a motion.
I'll make a motion with a positive recommendation to the Finance Committee to approve the Amy Bell Overflow Lot paving using Johnson & Sons paving for the amount of $57,184, funded out of the Fund 41 Capital Improvements budget.
We have a motion by Voyer. Do I have a second?
Second.
Forced with the second. Any discussion? Mr. Ellis?
Yeah, I think this will be one of the better gravel lots to pave because I think it's settled and compacted over many years now. So I wouldn't be too worried about the base on it, but I know we're gonna check it anyway. I haven't driven through it lately, but I don't think there's any potholes in
No.
it or
No,
anything.
It's in good shape,
It's in
very
good
good shape.
shape, yeah, so I think there was plenty of gravel in there originally during the referendum timeframe. Should be good.
Anything else? I'm actually going to vote no against this just because it did not go through bid process. I understand the logic. I understand that there's some confidence, but with regards to the base, that I don't actually see as a problem. So Any other comments? All those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. Item number 8, adjournment. Looking for one final motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Boyer with the motion, Borst with the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting ends at 5:26 PM.